So how do you think about the Tibet Buddhist? They every time the Lama, if they die, and will choose a young boy. They say that the boy must be the Lama.
Or the reincarnation.
The soul goes to this young boy, and so he has he can to be the next. This is a very Eastern way.
I guess I personally don't believe in reincarnation.
But it's very strange. The Eastern people, they how to say, if I stay in China, so many people will tell me something is real. So you at first you were, how to say, insistent, resistant. Resistant.
Yes.
Yeah, I have seen. Yeah, but this is something like the mood, so atmosphere. So this is very strange, special. I think because I search for the word consciousness. So I mean, in China we have a word 意识. 意识. I don't think it can be translated to the consciousness. This is about the whole function of humans. Thinking, can be aware of the life or something. Because 就说这个。
我读了你的那个8的那一篇，然后你提到了意识，有一个意和识，然后你还提到了有一个是观念的概念和有2个，等于说一个是 perception， 一个是 conception， 然后把它们合在一起的时候才是一个 consciousness， 但西方是不是这么说的 ？Yeah，because I read about, so I know he was talking. Because in Chinese there are 2 characters, it's 意 and 识, and it puts together and it becomes 意识. If you take it as a whole, it will become consciousness. But in Chinese, but these 2 characters have their individual meanings. One is meaning the perception, the other meaning the conceptions. And it puts together and become, but in consciousness itself, the word doesn't really have these layers of meanings.
It's similar to German, which also a little, like in Asian characters it's different, the putting together 2 concepts into a word, but in German sometimes a word will have many words put together and then it becomes the concept.
But in China, so because Chinese culture always phrase 就是强调怎么说 emphasize the how to say the combined function of thinking is very important. You should never separate. So many Chinese philosophers they criticize Descartes. They say they always separate.
Yes.
So they think that, but the problem is if you always make mix, so you cannot find and select the concept. So this is why Chinese people are very easy to fall in superstition. This is so if you stay there, you can feel something like the air. I call this thing as a sub faith. Something like faith, but it's not real faith because you never think about this. You never, how to say, logically.
Yeah, you don't really logically tell them.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but you believe it. I think this is a kind of the sort of the faith, but I call it sub-faith.
Yeah, sub-faith.
So this is sub-faith situation in China is very, very popular. So people believe that, but they don't know that. So something is some ghost come. So Chinese people, they want to how to say, use the stance, how to say, 他们的态度 attitude is I'd rather believe it than don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, is very interesting and important thing. This is so far, it's very far from the Western thinking way. So now I think if we always 强调
Emphasize.
That's emphasize the Eastern way. I think it's also a problem. So we should know. This time, last December, I was working in a factory and talked to the workers. So I find they, like you say, we have the concept about living and dying. How the meaning of the words is very clear, but different people they have quite different, how to say,
understanding or
yeah. So we want to know what is the elements related to the very clear meaning of the words. I think something like the value. You put the different value in different words. Like all people we know the hospital this word, but different people were related to different value. Somebody think, oh, the hospital is so safe. So to me, the hospital is terrible because I was so terrible, and we cannot describe it. But so yeah, I think in China in China we have a very big problem. Many scholars they say, I like the Western philosophy. I accept it at all. So I will criticize all the Chinese thing. And another kind of people say, I like the Eastern way, or I should practice the Buddhism. So I don't want to get any clear concept. So I think the very important thing in Chinese language is you should know the meaning and also relate the meaning to different value. So this is I think from your work I think it's very interesting.
I hope also that Chinese thinking and Western thinking is not so diametrically opposed, because not all Western thinking is the same, right? So not all Chinese thinking must be the same. Also, I think there's some philosophers actually who come from a Western tradition, and I'll be hard-pressed to think of who now, but some people who do want to take things from Eastern philosophy or Eastern thinking, just so that it's not so either or totally opposed. I think there's a lot to be gained from that too.
I understand also. Yeah, Chinese people say Western, maybe just the tradition from Descartes.
Yeah, probably some.
But actually, as I know, the word consciousness is with so much very vast meaning with it. And some friend from Germany said consciousness can be everything.
That might be a good note to end on.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds like a good. Thank you. It's a very nice talk. Yeah, I think everybody in this room will learn.
Well, I appreciated you coming, especially with jet lag, and you must be very tired.
I'm so happy this afternoon, so I feel recovered.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think so.
You're very generous with your time.
Yeah. So I think I will think about your work, your project and your work.
Okay, thanks. So this is just starting, but I want to
So I will feature your.
I would like to give you some things too. I have copies. I'll give you some of my danger too.
I'm sorry, I have.
Well, that's okay. Here, this is for you.
Thank you.